the young Taoist accidentally tugged on the female CEO's undergarment. This left the CEO's best friend utterly stunned. To make matters worse, he had the audacity to ask the CEO why she was wearing an elastic band on her body. Furious, the CEO called him a pervert. The young Taoist hurriedly explained that he wasn't a pervert. The best friend demanded to know what he actually wanted. Unexpectedly, the young Taoist declared that he wished to form a Taoist partnership with the two beautiful women. The reason was this: every night the young Taoist dreamed of a different woman. With each dream, a portion of his magical power would dissipate. After the 9th dream, he was horrified to discover his powers had vanished completely. Just then, his master descended from the heavens. The young Taoist, as if clutching at a life-saving straw, immediately confided the whole truth to his master. But the master had already known everything. He promptly produced 9 marriage contracts, explaining to the young Taoist that the pure young energy he cultivated had reached a critical juncture. If he did not marry one of the 9 women named in the contracts, he would turn to dust and vanish into thin air within 3 hours. The young Taoist, disbelieving, decided to resign himself to his fate and wait for death. However, his master swept him away with a flick of his horsetail whisk, sending him flying towards the big city. Grumbling that his master hadn't given him any magical treasures, the young Taoist had just descended the mountain when a gourd fell from the sky, hitting him on the head. His master's voice followed. This Qingquan gourd contains 9 golden elixirs, wondrous and infinite in their use. Wanting to locate the 9 women, the young Taoist took out 1 golden elixir and consumed it. Immediately, he sensed the location of 2 of them. He first made his way to the female CEO's corporate skyscraper. Seeing how beautiful the 2 women were, he narcissistically fancied that they were a good match for him. He immediately stepped forward and asked if they would be willing to become his Taoist partners. Hearing this, the 2 beauties promptly slapped him and called security to have him thrown out. Unbeknownst to them, the young Taoist possessed immense strength. With a slight effort, he bent the security poles they tried to use against him. In the struggle, he grabbed onto the CEO's intimate garment. Understanding nothing of modern clothing, the young Taoist not only tugged on it again but also asked the CEO why she was wearing an elastic band. The CEO was utterly enraged, calling the young Taoist a pervert. Just as he was earnestly explaining that he wasn't a pervert, the CEO's cousin arrived. The cousin immediately mocked the young Taoist, calling him a country bumpkin. However, he sneered that the Taoist and the CEO were actually a good match because, after today, the CEO would be removed from her position by the family and left homeless, perfect for wandering the world with the Taoist. As he left, he even encouraged the young Taoist to work hard in pursuing the CEO. After the cousin left, and seeing he only had 2 hours of life left, the young Taoist urgently demanded that the CEO go with him to consummate the marriage, saying the formal procedures could be sorted out later. This gave the CEO a massive headache. Unexpectedly, the young Taoist then mentioned that in his dream, it was actually the CEO who had taken the initiative. Hearing this, the CEO suddenly recalled the strange dreams she had been having lately. To test whether the young Taoist was the man from her dreams, she decided to give him a chance. If he could help her secure her inheritance of the conglomerate, she would consider his request. The best friend hurriedly advised the CEO not to be impulsive, but the young Taoist confidently agreed to the challenge. However, after the 2 women left, the young Taoist, full of worry, squatted on the ground. He had no idea how to actually help the CEO. Just then, an old man suddenly collapsed. No one around dared to step forward to help, all afraid the old man might falsely accuse them. But the young Taoist believed in performing good deeds for the world. He immediately took out 1 of the golden elixirs his master had given him and fed it to the old man. Moments later, the old man gradually woke up, learning from his granddaughter that the young Taoist had saved him. The old man grabbed the Taoist's trouser leg to prevent him from leaving. He knew he had encountered a true master. It turned out the old man was the richest man in the nation. He stated that no matter what, he must repay the young Taoist, whether with money or power. But the young man, with less than 2 hours left, had no mind for such things. His only desire was to help the CEO reclaim her conglomerate. Hearing his need, the tycoon considered it a trivial matter. He asked the young Taoist to wait a moment and summoned his granddaughter. He not only tasked her with helping the CEO secure the conglomerate but also instructed her to use the opportunity to get to know the young Taoist better. Meanwhile, in the boardroom, the CEO was being pressured to step down from her position as chairwoman. Her best friend reminded her that she owned 40% of the shares, granting her veto power over major decisions, and urged her to use it. Unexpectedly, the cousin had already acquired the remaining company shares, nullifying the CEO's veto power. Seizing the moment, the cousin called for a vote from the board members on whether to remove the CEO from her position. Everyone present sided with the cousin. Just as the cousin was about to have his subordinate announce the CEO's removal, the boardroom door swung open. The tycoon entered, accompanied by his granddaughter and a group of bodyguards. The young Taoist followed closely behind.